Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is.
Hey, welcome to Tailgate Beers. Hey, it is day one of Tailgate N Tallboys here in Clinton, Iowa, and we're hanging out here in the hospitality area, and we've got the CEO of Nuthin Fancy here with us, Jackson Grove. Jackson, thanks for joining.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's a beautiful day out here. We got all the people just ready for live music. I can't wait myself. Like, I've been waiting for this festival. I was like, this whole past month, I'm like, God, I can't wait for June to come around because
back-to-back weekends too,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, it's gonna be a good time.
You staying in between, or are you going somewhere else? Or?
Yeah, my girlfriend, she actually lives. Her family's from St. Louis, so we're gonna go stay at her parents and then drive up to Bloomington. It's not that far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, makes sense.
So Nuthin Fancy. Let's start with like the brand itself. I mean, I say the term a lot, and I catch myself saying it, and I'm sure that's probably where kind of derived from. But where does it come from for you?
For me, it just like me and my buddies and a couple of my cousins. When we were hanging out a lot when we were into college and high school. We always wanted to do something, create something that could impact others, or just like share our creativity somehow. And it came from like doing stupid stuff around the farm, drinking beer, Friday nights, just me and the buddies hanging out. Like that's where it came from. And when I was it came a time where it was just a hobby for me, and then it slowly just turned into a business. But it's crazy how your passion can just turn into a business, but you see the opportunity and you want to take advantage of it.
What point was it like, man, I think I'm gonna completely go all in, quit my job? Or
when I was graduating college, I was like almost done my fourth year. I went to community college, and then my next 2 years I obviously went to a different school to get my bachelor's, and I was so over school at that point. And then I was like, man, I couldn't wait for the summertime because I could put the books away and just focus on Nuthin Fancy. And it was like my last semester of college, and I was wrapping up like my senior project. And honestly, I got laid off from a job because it was COVID. The people I was doing marketing didn't need me anymore. So that whole last semester was like the first time where I didn't actually have a job for the first time in my, between getting a job in high school and then so I was like took the opportunity to focus on school and the business, and it worked out. I had like a drop of hats that fall, and I just remember being in college and like having that drop, and we did so well, and I was like packing hats for like 5 hours. I just couldn't believe that it was like that successful. And I had a job opportunity fall through that summer as well for like the next year, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna like do this until I'm making good money doing it. And it just it just fell into place like that. So I'm very lucky, very fortunate that that's how it went. Everything happens for a reason. At the time, I was bummed out that job that I had lined up for like next year was gone, but everything happens for a reason. So I think a lot of people had similar stories during COVID where businesses, like ideas came to
Fruition.
So that's how it happened. It was I wish I could go back to those days sometimes and just like slow down and be like, just because now it's really like a business. And those days are like the most precious times that you don't realize. I mean, even right now, I was like, before I came out here, I'm like, I just need to slow down and enjoy my time, because next thing you know, it's gonna be 10 years later and you'll be wishing that you could have these times back again. So
Surfside's got real vodka, real iced tea, and real lemonade. You know what's not real? That excuse you gave to skip the tailgate. Grab a Surfside and redeem yourself, champ. Now back to your regular programming.
you know, you see, I mean, you see it on award shows or just things around Nashville or the country music industry as a whole. You know, people are wearing Nothing Fancy, and you see your hats all over the place. I mean, if you could go back, kind of going along with what you were saying, if you could go back to, you know, the beginning, you know,
Yeah.
what worked as far as getting your hats in the right people's hands? Is it, you know, unfortunately eating a lot of the cost of those hats to be
Yeah.
able to get those things out to people?
100%. I was sending free hats to a lot of people, and whether it worked or not, it was like a risk and the cost I was like willing to take, because that was the only way that it was, you know, I saw opportunity within country music. Um, just I saw another company that, like, and I'll be honest, like I saw another company that was doing very well, like using like the country music scene and like collaborating with artists. It was Blue Otter, and I saw that and I was like, man, like that is so cool. I want to do something like that with an artist. And I, you know, I was reaching out to artists at the time. It was like 2019, and you know, one of those artists I happened to reach out to through social media was Hardy, and you know, he replied and, you know, told me to send him some hats, and you know, he started wearing them, and then I started sending more hats to him, and then he was like, hey man, I'm going to a concert, you know, we should come link up, meet each other. And you know, now we have this awesome collaboration that we're about to come out with, and probably, what is it, 14 days or so, June 16th. So yeah, by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be out.
And he's playing festival next weekend.
Yeah.
And he's got one of his hats is in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nothing Fancy hats.
It's so insane. And like, I think I don't really realize how big that is until like other people that, you know, family or friends, whether they go to Nashville and be like, I saw your hat in the
Right.
Country Music Hall of Fame, and like it like hits me. I'm like, oh my God, like, you know,
Yeah.
and then I went there for myself, and this is a funny story. Never been to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and I've been to Nashville a handful of times. The one time I went in there, they were like redoing that whole wall, so I never got to see it. And yes, I have to go back and check that out. But yeah, man, stuff like that, him wearing it on TV, you know, it's just like, it's the coolest thing ever.
I mean, the list of artists that even on the festival. I mean, Sadie Bass hasn't ever been on the festival, but
Yeah.
I mean, she wears it religiously. Hardy, I don't think it ever leaves his head. Lily Rose, I think, sleeps in hers.
Yeah.
Josh Ross pretty much lives in his hats.
Yeah.
And he's on the festival. Lily will be here this weekend. Who else is another one that, I mean, there's so many. There's like, you just see him everywhere. And then what's cool for us to be in this partnership is now, like, Josh Ross drops his tour poster, and it's a Nothing Fancy Tailgate and Tallboys hat that's on it. And, you know, you're starting to see even the Tailgate and Tallboys ones.
Yeah, it's awesome how like our collaboration, it like just works hand in hand with the artists. We're all working with like the same artists, and yeah, honestly, for the most part, every artist that wears my stuff, I do have a relationship with. And you know, it's hard to keep up with everybody nowadays, and even for them, it's, you know, I'm sure it's very hard. But man, I mean, most of them all have my number, can text me whenever they need stuff, like, and you know, I love working with people I love working with just good people in general, like, you know, people that want to help you out, see you be successful. Like, you know, I'll do the same for those people. But yeah, man, it's a blessing to be able to work with such great people like you guys and all the artists that we also work together with.
So you have several different collaborations too with other companies.
Yeah.
All three of us are wearing, you know, Tailgate Tallboys collaboration ones, and like you said, you got the Hardy ones. What other collaborations you got out there?
To be honest with you, well, last year we haven't really done many besides you guys.
Yeah.
And then
It was like collaborations.
Yeah.
It was either the Hardy collection
yeah,
or Tailgate and Tallboys.
yeah, I would love to do a lot more collaborations. It's just like, you know, there's a lot of a time frame within the year. It's like you got to plan for like your own stuff, and then, you know, there's only 12 months within a year, and then so it's, you know, there's a lot of good companies that I've been in touch with that I would love to do collaboration with.
Yeah.
and we probably will eventually. But for right now, it's just been you guys and Hardy coming up. So, and last year we did our friends over at RCR, Richard Childress Racing and Team Dillon Management. We did. They own the Carolina Cowboys, and I'm good buddies with all those people over there, Austin Craven, and we did a small collaboration with the Carolina Cowboys. It was so cool, and even with some of the NASCAR drivers that they work with, it's they all wear my stuff. So I love how like our brand is so associated with country music, and I would like to be in that sports area with NASCAR, and even Aaron Plessinger. He's a motocross rider. He's on Red Bull KTM, and he was just on the Dale Jr. podcast wearing like one of our T-shirts.
Yeah,
and so like I love motocross. Like I want to be in like that whole action motorsports scene. I think it'd be good for us, and something I'd like to see for myself as well.
Because with all of them, I mean, you get one person rocking that at the right time, and all of a sudden you're like, it's selling out like crazy because people are like, I don't know. I mean, I do it constantly. I probably even send you ones where I see somebody wearing this hat. I'm like, where is this from? Who does this? Like, I need to find this. Hell, now even with searching, you can even search, with the image. So to me, I don't even have to know who. I just have to, highlight what I'm trying to search for. And
how do you do that? I don't know about that.
You don't know how to do that?
Dude, I gotta get up with the time.
Dude, I'll show you after this. Literally, you can click on an image right now and then search it in Google. And I'm talking even just a zone.
Really?
Yeah, just this area.
Man,
so
that's crazy.
So I assume you had to in the very beginning, as far as being within the creative control or creative design of your stuff. Now, are you still doing a lot of that creative design, or you have team members that do that for you?
Yeah, I do. It's half and half. I got some good suppliers, and I don't have a full-time designer, but I have somebody I've been working with for a couple years, and for the most part, I come up with like the original ideas in my head. Like even like this hat I'm wearing. I mean, me and Austin kind of talked about it like over a phone call, and like what I kind of do is just think about the hat, like image it in my head, and be like, put it together, and then let the professionals take it from there. So that's how I've always done my stuff, and I think that's been a key piece to why I've been successful, is because I can come up with these ideas and kind of like piece them together, to make them a professional designer, like get what I'm looking for, and then they can finish it, and we can send it, sample it, prototype, and then get it made. So there's tons of hats that I've left in archive, and it's really just about our market and how many
and the trends probably.
How many SKUs we can have. I mean, we're not in retail yet, so it's hard to carry a bunch of SKUs, and we're starting to get into retail right now. We got a good supplier that I'm super excited to work with. They just we just started working with them this year. They're called Palmetto Moon. They're pretty big on the Southeast, and I'm excited. It's gonna really expand our business. You're gonna see our product a lot more out just in stores. So
you on what level next week are you gonna be compared to last year at Tailgate and Tallboys Bloomington? Because you were on one last year at one point. I mean, you were high on life. You were loving. You were loving that festival.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, this one too, because I didn't come to this one last year, but I came to Bloomington the following weekend. So this one is just as exciting as the one I went to in Bloomington last year. But I can't wait for Bloomington. I can't wait. Like, it's just like, I remember, even though that one day it got rained out, it was like the coolest experience, because everybody was just like, what do we do? Everybody's like, let's just go drink beer. Like, everybody's like riding their golf cart. And I took videos of it. I'm like, dude, this is like.
Did you go out into town at all?
Yeah.
Because dude, the bars were nut to butt.
Yeah.
To butt. The bars got killed. Because they were not expecting that many people to just flood their bars, and it was it did suck for us, but it was a great time.
Yeah, it was a great. I mean, even with that one night, I mean, I still think that it was we did really good as a company, and I mean, everybody it's so cool, our collaboration. Everybody here, like the people working the festival, everybody's wearing a Nuthin Fancy hat. It's just so cool to see with my own eyes, you know. So
Josh Ross just text back.
Tom, I said, "What's up?"
I asked if he was ready for next week. See if he'll pick up. We had a FaceTime earlier.
Yeah, we tried.
We tried a FaceTime that didn't work.
I'd like to hear, like, I know I was thinking about it last week. I'm like, I never talked to you, and
We're gonna get ghosted twice on one podcast.
I never talked
One
to
day.
you and Wayne about about how you guys started, like, you know, I don't know the whole background and everything,
Yeah.
but I remember when you first called me and you were telling me about Tailgate N Tallboys. I'm like, you know, I get a lot of calls, and like back then I was like, who the hell is this calling me right now? I'm like, are you guys for real? Like
This jabroni.
But
So
no.
so the story, a quick recap. So and now it's actually gone back this way. So I have always grown up in manufacturing. That's my background.
Mhm.
You know, robotics, automation, machining, all that stuff. But I love naturally I love brands, I love concerts, I love music. And then Wayne, you know, Tailgate N Tallboys ran into some financial problems, and Wayne put together this whole team and investors and took it over. And I was always, you know, I was doing the website, never built a website, did that stuff, and just would always work, and then on the side would just help out. Well, then, I left my corporate job, was like, I'm going to go all in on this festival deal and just see if we can get this to a level. We're at that point, we're going to do 5 festivals and kind of see where this thing goes. Had good investors and people behind it. And literally the first thing, well, I quit my job, and then the first thing we did is we went snowmobiling. So I was like, well, this is fun.
Where at?
Up in Wisconsin, we
Oh,
go every
cool.
year, like on a guy's trip.
Yeah.
You should 100% go with us sometime.
Yeah, I love
All we do is hit hole in the wall bars. And anyways, so then when he's like, the first thing I want you to do is, Wayne is a massive hat guy, and so am I. I mean, I have thousands of hats. Wayne was like, I want Nuthin Fancy as our hat.
Really?
That, like, he goes, get it done. And to me, I'm like, yep. And within a week or so, I talked to you on
found
the
me.
phone. Well, I think I
Got a
reached
hold
out.
you
I think I
down.
reached out via our socials, and naturally, Tailgate socials are
Yeah.
fairly powerful. And so somebody, I mean, I think you see that, you know, me just at my 300 followers on my personal, you're gonna be like, who's this guy? So reached out to you, and then it's all kind of worked out. And
Yeah, you saw it, but to be honest with you, I'll give you credit because you saw the vision of like what we could do together, and I didn't really see, like, all I knew was like, I was like just working with artists, like that was like my main thing. And now that we have this, like, I give credit to you for like seeing that, like you shared the vision with me, and I was like,
But it's a partnership.
Yeah,
So here's the
yeah.
thing. I can go get our own hats made.
Yeah.
And as you've seen, like we've done
Yeah.
with Cruisins and Ducks and all that, and they're
Yeah.
fine. Okay. I can get cheaper shirts. I don't have to buy this material. I could go get all this stuff. If we're looking at the dollars of that, but if you're building a brand, okay, which we were, I want somebody to be like, this is my favorite hat I ever wear.
Yeah.
And with Nuthin Fancy, we get quality, we make some money. Could I make better margins if I just got my own crappier hat? And then but I want people to be like, I love this hat, and it's the co-branding and the marketing of it. Same with our shirts. I have so many people that either the hats, the shirts, I mean, you saw the guys earlier, their hats are ragged. They wear it every day.
Yeah, it's
you
cool
know,
shit.
one of the Lakeview guys, the guitar player, he literally, I have to always get him more. He never takes that Camo one off. Same one as this. Wears it every show.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think it's hold up. Hi, Mr. Stam. I'm back in hospitality.
Sorry to bother you.
What's up?
Is there anybody that can give me a ride over to the merch area?
Yeah, I can arrange that.
I appreciate it. I've tried to walk through, but I
You gotta go all the way around.
No, I got you. I'll set it up. Hey, I got a little gift bag for you too of some
This
hats.
intermission is brought to you by Surfside.
Right back.
Yeah, and that's like the same thing with us and like Raise Rowdy. We, when I come to Nashville, I'm like, I want to do a takeover with these guys because, Nick and Matt, they do it right, and we both know like a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
And I'd only do like maybe a couple like takeovers every year in Nashville. And when I say takeover, for people I don't understand, is like it's pretty much like a writer's round.
Yep.
Yeah. 16 artists. Sometimes it's smaller than that, 3 or 4 per round, and I do that maybe 2 to 3 times a year, and every time I've done it for like 4 years.
Yeah.
I've done it with Raise Rowdy, Nick and Matt, and that's like I see it's like our group of that we have right now is awesome. We have a awesome group of like Raise Rowdy, Tailgate N Tallboys, Nuthin Fancy.
Yeah, that's actually when the first time I met you, October time frame. You had to take over down in Nashville.
Yeah.
And and Matt and Nikki T took care of us and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
we've had even I don't know how many we've probably had, but that's where I've also met quite a bit of like the people that we started giving hats to or just working with.
Yeah.
Like we met them at those takeover rounds.
Yep.
And I remember the first one we did. It's cool to me because you have these people, and the next year they're like doing arena tours.
Exactly.
And like my very first one was, I remember it was Josh Ross and Ella Langley,
Mm-hmm.
Craig Morgan, which is a legend, and Dylan Marlowe.
Yeah.
That was my very first takeover, and to look back and see, like, that was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and like see where those people are at. It's just cool to like to say that we had an event and those people showed up and played, and then I mean we also the next year same time frame we had 060, which was crazy how that came about. It was just like when 060 was just coming onto the scene, and I remember Davis, their manager, like hitting me up, and he knew that I was having like a round there, and he was like, hey, I got some guys that you should take a listen to. I think you should have them at your round. I'm like, all right, well, I'll take a listen to it. I'm like, I turn on one song, I'm like, text him back, I'm like, dude, these guys gotta come out. And then it was crazy because they, Jacob 060, like they were like, their socials were just start like really ramping up at a time, and when he sang, that bar was like you couldn't even move at all. It was crazy. And then Gavin, I don't think it was that round. It was the year before, but Gavin Adcock was that. And I actually, after Gavin, after that takeover, I was like, man, we got to stay in touch. It was like 22, and I went down to his house that fall, and we just like went to a football game and shit. And to see where he's at now, it's just cool to see, like, damn, I know that guy.
Yeah.
It's and I'm so happy for him too, because I mean, he's such a, like, seeing that, going and like hanging out with him, seeing his family and spending time with them, I saw how much work he was putting in to be like where he is now. It was just so cool to see that in person, and then for him to come, to life. Yeah, it's cool working with artists. Yeah.
You just never know. I mean, what tomorrow's going to bring for an artist, something like that. I mean, they could just blow up on TikTok overnight, and all of a sudden, you've got a relationship with, with someone who is just on a rocket ship like Gavin or any of them. What kind of the high end goal for you? I mean, what do you see? I know, and I want to give a shout out to your lightweight hoodie you got on right now. I got the same one in my closet at home.
Dude, I wear this every single day.
But you're good. But I mean, branching into more gear, more merch.
Yeah, we're gonna stay hat heavy for a while until we start getting into retail, and then I have stuff, like I said, on archive that. I mean, more stuff like this. I've been product developing tons of different product lines. I just, you got to be strategic on when you bring that stuff out. And still independent company. I'm still, 100% owner of the company. And so, I'm working with, limited, cash.
Yeah.
I got to be strategic and just build my capital. So
Now, is your family's involved with you, or is your dad or uncle or somebody was working with you, or is that
No.
still a thing? No.
no, I have I have a lot of great people that have like helped me, helped me along the past 5 years locally, and I do have a solid team of people that, like, 2 people in particular, they're kind of like my advisors, and I run everything through them. It's helpful having people to, like, hey, what do you think about this, like, and I'm getting to the point now where I gotta be very fine-tuned with my numbers.
Yeah.
And during my earlier days and even last year, like early in the year, I was in tune with it, but it wasn't in tune all the way.
Right.
And
Right.
I feel like I'm just consistently trying to work on being better on all levels within my business. And it's hard because I wear many hats, no pun intended. Like,
yeah.
you wear many hats and you're trying to, I got one full-time employee, Andre, who's been with me for almost 4 years now. And then shout out to Michael. He's a assistant operations manager at the warehouse. He's been there for 3 years. But we have a small team, and a lot of people don't realize that about me. And for my friends and my family, it's like, it's so hard for me to sometimes get back to people on my phone instantly, because I'm just like, it's just a lot of things. And Austin's the same way.
It
Yeah.
sucks, man. And you honestly, which I will say, I think that I'm a fast replier, because if I
Yeah.
don't, I forget.
Yeah.
I have started leaving them unread, and so I can go back to them, but then that gets bad that I actually start ignoring
Yeah.
my numbers on there. But it's overwhelming at times, and Wayne, I just don't even, I didn't get it until you start doing this stuff, and then you're
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah.
is just, I can't even get back to everybody, and then let alone, I'm not even talking about the emails I'm getting.
Yeah. The
And-
emails that I haven't, I was trying to work a little bit today before we came here, like, but it's just, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
It is what it is,
Well,
That's all you got to say. It is what it is, and you're going to get around to it.
like,
And people may get pissed off, but look, it is what it is.
but even like the fact that Josh was going on stage and even replied back is insane, because he goes, dude, don't text me, just call me. Like, I don't do the text. I got
Yeah.
thousands of them.
Josh is getting ready to go on stage?
Not here,
Not
but
yet.
at another show, and he
Oh.
was answering me. But which I can't wait to introduce you to. I don't know if you've ever met Charlie on a Friday.
I have not, man.
So Charlie's coming on Sunday.
No shit.
Not to play Tailgate
Really?
and Tallboys, but he's coming on Sunday just for other reasons that we can't talk about.
Okay.
But he is somebody I want you to meet, but he's another one. I'll text him and he'll FaceTime me. I'll text him and he'll FaceTime me. He'll
Yeah.
never reply back, hardly ever.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because he's like, dude, my inbox of my phone is just nuts. And then you
Yeah.
realize why artists and people end up changing their phone number.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, it's hard enough for me. I couldn't imagine what it's like for artists to be able to. I didn't quite understand that, and a couple years ago when I started working, like, with artists, and as I got busier, I'm like, well, this shit's happening to me, like, as we speak. So
Mhm.
now I'm starting to understand. I'm like, oh shit, these guys don't fuck with me,
Yeah.
But now it's not like that. It's just like, it's hard to. I try my best to get back to people as soon as possible. But
to me, here's the other part. Going back to even your hat stuff, and I know it costs, and we're dealing with it now of like, well, are we going to give all these shirts out for free and all this stuff? But man, you get the right people that wear it, like those guys. Speaking of those boys that rock that stuff, the thing is, they're so loyal and they love it, and it's like it's like, to me, that's like running a billboard. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to see, I spent this much money on a billboard and how many sales did I get from it? Because to me, you're sending it out as literally a personal billboard, because they rock those hats every day to people that wouldn't even normally buy your hats, but people are going, hey man, where'd you get that hat? That's pretty cool. And so, like, it is worth it every single time. So I think, dude, keep doing what you're doing and crushing it, 'cause you see it everywhere, especially when you end up in Nashville.
Yeah.
But I got to get another one of those off-white ones, the black, because I've
I
lost
got
it
you.
like 3 times.
I got a ticket for you of stuff I'm gonna give to you.
Alright.
It's in my hotel room.
Are you selling those?
No, not yet, but I brought some to get like pictures of while we're here.
All right.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I'll get you guys situated.
I was gonna say,
Perfect.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, one of those might go missing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, that one is sweet.
I-
But dude, hey, I will say, I'm gonna say one complaint, however, like on this. Dude,
What is
I got a fat head, and if
Yeah.
I have to go to a 2-notch on your
Yeah.
hat, I get annoyed.
I feel that.
I get annoyed.
It's probably
Fat
like,
heads matter too.
I get that. It's probably these ones, the performance ones. They run a little bit smaller, but it's crazy. I'm such a hat guy. I know the measurements like inside and out.
Yeah.
This hat is completely built with my measurements. No one has these measurements, even this one. Yeah, people, but yeah, they are different as far as like circumference and depth of them. And I did that on purpose because there is a lot of people with smaller heads, and there's a lot of people with bigger heads. And you know, I right now I'm not in a position to be able to offer like 3 different circumference sizes on my website, but eventually I would like to do that.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to do that. So that's why I have like, you know, our website. And what I did last year was like plan out, you know, we have molds of hats, and they're all named. So like the one that you're wearing is a Pioneer mold. That one's a little bit older, so that was like before I started, you know, doing that. And like this is like the Legacy mold, the Pioneer mold, and this is the Cummins mold. And so like I did that, you know, just so like, you know, returning customers, they know, okay, that's a Pioneer, like you know. And we try to explain that on our website.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that, and last year it took me a while to really make that. It takes a while to do things like that, but
Well, I didn't ask this on Baker's.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm gonna ask you because I've never really asked you about this, and I really don't know your music taste. I'm assuming it's primarily country.
Mm.
So Nuthin Fancy is getting to that point where you're gonna end up with a private jet.
yeah,
Okay,
right.
someday.
That would
You
be
and your
sick,
lovely
though.
girlfriend, you guys are gonna be going. You know, your team's gonna be going somewhere nice, probably.
It'd be-
And all of a sudden, because you cut corners, it's going down.
yeah.
You're gonna end up on a deserted island. What 5 albums are you gonna listen to for the rest of your life on the island?
Gosh,
Plane's
dude.
going down.
I've never been good at those questions. Shit. Carly, what's my favorite album?
You have to ask. Wait, this isn't
Phone a
phone
friend,
a friend.
phone a friend.
What are you talking about? You gotta. This is the only music.
Yeah,
Leonard
I
Skinner?
mean, definitely one of the Leonard Skinner albums. I don't, man,
That's a first.
favorite album. Man, I'd have to come back to you, huh?
5.
5.
Favorite 5? Eric, can I pull out my phone and look at these? I can't
Of
remember.
course.
Absolutely.
You can do that over
Yeah.
phoning a friend. I mean, how are you gonna have somebody else tell you what your favorite albums are?
What do I
She
listen
You
to?
knows
guys
me
been
pretty
dating
well.
you guys been dating for a year, and you think she's
She
like
knows
already
me
got that
pretty-
down pat?
She knows me pretty well. Trust me.
That's weird. All right, so I got
I know where
one.
that's going.
So okay, we'll ask her while you're trying to look that up. I mean, washcloth, loofah, or hand? I'm assuming I know your answer. Probably like a loofah
For him.
person.
For him. Yeah, for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Every
Washcloth?
time, new washcloth.
Yeah, dude, I'm bad at that. I have a lot of washcloth. I'm a
That's
clean freak.
perfect. Me too. I'm a washcloth every single time.
Pump.
Anything. Ryan just
Pumping
bare
my
hand.
hand.
Ryan
Pumping-
just go bare hands.
Oh, yeah. I bare hand it.
Yeah.
No,
Nope.
no.
Dude.
Bare hand. Pump soap.
Let's see. Again, I love it because that's how I am, and I thought I was crazy.
Dude, my music is everywhere. I grew up listening to rap, anywhere from Eminem to Crossfade to like.
There you go.
I mean, I remember my brother had a Sirius XM radio like in his bedroom, like the ones that you would buy, like with Sirius XM, like already, and he would have like Octane on, like all the time. So, and I like a lot of my music influence is just all over the place. You know, I was a '90s baby. I was born in '98, and
Jeez.
yeah, but yeah, I grew
That's
up.
not a 90s baby. Like I was born in 88 and I don't
Oh.
consider myself an 80s baby. I'm a 90s kid.
Well, bragging about because you're older, dude.
I'm just saying. You're not a 90s kid.
I mean,
I was born 79.
what is a '90s kid then? Is I'm at 2000.
You actually grew up and could remember the
Yeah.
90s.
You know,
So hey, we answered the 5 albums before we finish this. Like, it's gonna eat me
dude,
alive,
I don't
dude.
I can't remember
This is
album
crazy.
names. God, all right, hold
Nuts.
up.
Nuts.
I mean,
You just go
Do
artists.
you
Leonard Skinner.
do you look after you wipe?
yes.
All right. Just
Yes,
wanna
I
check
do.
and see.
I mean, I love Hank Williams. I think, the Pressure Is On, that album by Hank Williams Jr. From a kid, like early on age, like that's what my dad like listened to every time we were in the RV going to motocross races.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on, that music. So I think that, to me, that Pressure Is On album is probably my favorite album. I mean, if I had one album to choose, on an island for the rest of my life, I'd probably keep that.
All right.
You know what I mean? So
I like it.
I couldn't name you 4 more, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
That's a good question, though. I wish I was more prepared for it.
that's one that Austin likes to ask all the artists
Yeah,
that are coming
man.
through. We got all kinds of stuff though. All kinds of
Yeah.
stuff from rap to rock to country to old stuff to new stuff to
Yeah.
whatever.
That's why I like a little bit of everything. I like listening to I turn on Sirius XM a lot because it just, Spotify or Apple Music, you get caught in the same like
Yes.
rhythm of
Yeah.
so like Sirius XM is a good mix up for me, and sometimes I hear like older music that I've like, oh shit, like this was on this album that I never heard before, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I love music in general. So
Well, I want to thank you, Jackson,
Yeah.
for taking the time out to share
Absolutely.
some merch and some hats and put some packages together for the artists as they're coming through, and your friendship, sponsorship, everything else with
yeah,
with
man.
this.
Yeah, 100%, man. I thank you guys for having me on. It was cool. I love doing this stuff. I don't get to do it often.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we can do some more in the future if we see each other in Nashville or something.
Bloomington next week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see. We'll do
Just have
another.
an SD card shit show over here.
Oh
Yeah.
Yep. But no, dude, thank you so much. This is,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, where this goes in the future for us, and Tailgate
Hopefully,
and Tallboys,
yeah.
I hope it continues to grow.
Hopefully it
the
gets
relationships
bigger.
but
Yeah.
personally, I mean, dude, it's a friendship forever.
Yeah.
So
100%.
you're stuck with
I
us.
love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
sounds
we
good.
appreciate it. If I had more Surfside, we'd cheers
Yeah,
it. But
Yeah, we should shotgun one.
ooh,
There
that's
you
a
go.
great idea. All
I
right,
like that idea.
we're gonna do that right after this.
There's
So,
him. There's
Nick, come on.
bartender.
well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
High five.
Yes, sir.
On a